Let's have a quick convo about how to choose audio advertising software. Here is the approach I really want you to follow right now. So there are some key features that you got to look for when it comes to audio advertising software. First of all, you got to have ad management. See, the thing is, when we talk about ad management, we're thinking about automatic management and insertion of ads where appropriate. And this thing has to be done programmatically. You don't have to do things manually at all. It has to be programmatic. And so ad management is really important. So when we talk about ad management, you have to be able to, let's say, plan impactful campaigns. You have to be able to collaborate and approve and leverage actionable insights. This is quite essential because if you have teams that are working remotely, for example, or teams that are really working from different departments and across different work streams, you have to be able to collaborate and approve. And the software must have this sort of capability. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. And in today's conversation, I will have a quick conversation. I'll talk to you about how to choose audio advertising software. So number one, you want to look at ad management. This is a key feature. Number two, you want to think about self-service. So does the advertising software provide self-service? In other words, you want to have a capability that allows advertisers to create an account and purchase ads directly. Right, so you are able to actually bypass the whole platform thing, and you want to empower advertisers in that way. So self-service also means that you want the software to allow you to plan, measure, evaluate, and improve. So plan means what? Plan means you can create media plans in one place, so your team and external partners can collaborate on campaigns with ease. So this is essential, especially if you want to move away from numerous sheets and ensure everyone is kept in the loop, working towards the same goals. You want to have this capability. In terms of measuring, you want to have a bird's eye view of your data, organized and structured to suit your team. You can see performance data in line with targets and spot opportunities to improve campaigns. You are able to evaluate also, so the software should showcase your success by creating custom reports in seconds, so you can prove, for example, how marketing is generating true business value. And in terms of improvement, with the extra time you save, you give yourself the chance to gain a new perspective on your marketing strategy. You understand what works, you can spot opportunities for improvements, and you can make better decisions to reach your goals. Fantastic. The third thing I want you to pay attention to if you're looking to buy or to sign up for audio advertising software is distribution. Distribution is really pivotal. So this is an option that allows you to sell audio advertising software on behalf of third parties. This is great for not only media buyers, but also agencies, but also for regular buyers. Like, let's say you are a business owner and you're interested in this audio advertising software. This ability to sell audio advertising software on behalf of third parties can be instrumental for your business vision. So here, what we're talking about the ability to tap into alternate delivery solutions for marketers, businesses, and the audio ad industry in general. So you are able to provide your clients, you're able to provide your own business with the most innovative technology and the processes available, providing a professional experience from the moment the order is placed through the final delivery, all within a budget that brings profit to the bottom line. That's what we love about distribution. So if you want to choose audio advertising software, make sure you have this capability. You have the capability to actually place ads from A to Z and really monitor the reporting, monitor the programmatic evolution, the programmatic progress, if you will, of that ad through the platform, through the value chain. So again, I'm talking about from the moment the order is placed through the final delivery. And so you want to have a software that actually has a time-tested and proven processes, including an advanced order management platform that offers national scalability and intuitive-based GPS technology. Okay, so again, when we talk about audio advertising, you understand the importance of geolocation. You understand the importance of GPS empowered, I would say, placement. And this is very important for advertisers nationally. We want to have this national capabilities. So throughout the United States, but also in Canada. Okay. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about how to choose audio advertising software. And so the thing here is that when we think about distribution, we want to think about not only in terms of breadth, but also depth. You want to have those two elements, breadth and depth. Let's talk about integrations. Now, integrations are really important. And integration is just not a matter of having the best audio advertising software tool, but you also want to have integrations to the most important tools. You want to have integrations to the most important platforms. Now, if you have a small budget, if you have a small ad budget, you might not really know the importance of it. But if you have a large ad budget and you're dealing with multiple ad placements, we're dealing with multiple geographies, multiple I would say listener profiles or listener personas, then you really want to have the proper integrations. So you want to have direct connections to the tools media owners use every single day. So if you want to buy audio advertising software, you want to look for integrations to tools such as Terminus, AudioGo, Triton Digital Audio, Instrumatic, MediaMath, The Trade Desk, Basis Technologies, Spotify Ad Studio, Smarty Ads, MediaFam. And this is not an exhaustive list, of course, but what I want to say here is that in our view, this is some of the top 10 best audio advertising software out there. So the ability to actually connect with those platforms is just fantastic. It's going to help you a lot because as you get into the whole media, as you get into the audio advertising buying process, you are able to have access to the tools and capabilities that allow you to actually optimize your strategy, especially knowing that your rivals or other players in the industry are also using those integrations. And one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about let's say audio advertising software, we really pay attention to programmatic and native. Programmatic and native, those two elements are important because as we actually see the emergence of AI capabilities, the AI artificial intelligence, we want to move away from like sort of manual ad placement to programmatic ad placements, and it has to be native. It has to be done in a very non-disturbing way, or the better term here is non-disruptive way. So you want to really reach customers, listeners where they are, and you want to reach them when they are doing whatever they're doing. Because again, for audio ads, you don't need to have a visual attention. As long as you have the auditory part of things, the listening part of it, you are good to go. The next thing I want you to think about here is I want you to think about reporting. So when we think about reporting, you want to have an audio advertising software that gives you analytics and insights into how ads perform in various placements. So you want to have things like audio KPIs, so you're able to measure digital audio ads, right? So because the whole thing here is if you're spending money on audio ad campaigns, you want to have the ability to access, measure, and monitor the flexibility and precision brands that you are really targeting. Okay, so this is important. And the bottom line here is what? The bottom line is if you have reporting doesn't just mean that, you're getting the numbers. Yeah, I mean, having the numbers, that's kind of fine. Don't get me wrong. But beside numbers, you want to look at the quality. So when we talk about reporting, you want to choose an audio advertising software that provides both the qualitative and quantitative ability to actually analyze your results in real time, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but while it's happening in real time, so you can make the changes that are really important. Okay. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about how to choose audio advertising software. And the thing that's really important here is that when we talk about audio advertising ad metrics, in other words, the reporting, you want to pay attention to impressions. So here we are talking about the total number of ads served, the reach, the number of unique people who heard your ads, frequency, the average number of times each person heard your ads, and audio completion rates, the percentage of ads served that were displayed to the end. So this is an important element. And what I want to say also is that when we talk about KPIs in general, you have a primary KPIs and then you have a secondary KPIs. Here, when you think about, I just gave you the primary KPIs. When we think about secondary KPIs, we're speaking about in-depth metrics. So you have the reach, the resonance, and the reaction. That's what we call the 3 R's. So the reach is all about discovering whether your intended audience is hearing your ad. And what resonance means that it's what people think and feel after they hear your ad. And reaction refers to the actions people take after hearing ads, from researching products to store visits and purchases. So this is something you really need to think about. You also want to choose audio advertising software that allows you to have multiple users. This is important, especially if you have a teams or a team that actually, a diverse team from different departments that basically collaborates to make your ad campaigns a success. And so you want to have the ability for a number of users to access the platform and update ads. So you want to have precise targeting, global reach, brand safe premium inventory. You want to have an ad software an ad software tool that gives you the ability to provide unrivaled listening experience, tracking you can trust, and detailed reporting. And all this must be done for multiple users. Okay, we're not speaking here about one user only. No, it has to be multiple users. So when we talk about precise targeting, we are talking about the ability for multiple users to reach highly targeted and unique listeners through predictive modeling and highly accurate audience targeting based on genre, first and third party data, behavioral data, social demographics, and consumption propensities. And in terms of global reach, you want to access digital audience from over 13 live on-demand and podcast streams from across the globe with 400 to 500 million unique impressions. And you want to have the ability to have this sort of breadth and depth. What I'm trying to tell you here is that you have an audience that is there, and you want to have audio advertising software that allows you to tap into that audience. And when we talk about having the ability to precisely track ad inventory, we're speaking about validated solutions. We're talking about solutions that really help you separate display trackers, pay attention to mobile ad ID syncs, pay attention to one-on-one trackers on audio, and analyze your whole performance in real time. Okay, and you want to have audio advertising software that gives you detailed reporting that is compatible with DAST and VAST advertising specifications, so that you are able to have access to a programmatic audio inventory or audio marketplace that helps you really understand your work when it comes to the audio advertising strategies that you have in place. I want to talk to you about inventory display. So if you are looking for audio advertising software, you want to really pay attention to a tool that gives you a great way to display your inventory. So you want a tool that showcases the available inventory to help you as a media buyer make informed decisions. So here we're speaking about inventory and tagging, line item and creative trafficking, programmatic direct, historical reports. You want to have ad exchange historical reports. So those are elements that you need to really pay attention to. Let's really dig a little deeper here. So I want to explain to you those things one by one. So when it comes to inventory and tagging, you want to have the ability to set up your audio inventory just like you would any other inventory. So when creating an ad unit, you want to select audio as a vast master size in the audio software, so that you can target in your line items and add audio creatives. And a vast ad tag is used by audio players to retrieve audio ads. And in terms of line item and creative trafficking, you can set up your line items just like you would any other line items, specify the video and audio ad type and the audio expected creative size setting. Like display and video, audio creatives must be added to a line item in order for them to serve. And in terms of programmatic direct features are available to all ad manager publishers with the Map Ad Exchange account. So this is kind of cool. And you have this in multiple audio advertising software tools. In terms of historical reports, and this is an important element when it comes to reporting in general. So you want to have audio advertising software that specifies the reporting in terms of the programmatic reporting, but also the native reporting. So you want to have historical reports, and you want to have ad exchange historical reports. So when you use, let's say, when we talk about historical reports means you want to see things from one period to another. So this can be like this quarter versus last quarter, or it can be this quarter this year versus this quarter last year. It could be anything. It could be last year versus last year. It could be, last year versus this year. It can be the last 6 months versus the first 6 months. So the ability to really slice and dice your reporting is going to help you a lot in the end when it comes to analysis. The next thing I want you to really pay attention to when you want to choose audio advertising software is to actually choose a tool that helps you with revenue optimization. In other words, you are able to automatically fine-tune placements to maximize revenue. And maximize revenue is kind of important down the road, because the last thing you want is to actually have a negative ROI. When you start tracking ads, especially audio ads, and you realize that your ROI is going down, it's about time to tweak. So you want to have software that gives you the ability to actually track your ROI and see exactly whether you are optimizing revenue or not. Also, think about backfill ads. So when we think about backfill ads, you want to have the option to add filler ads into unsold audio ad inventory. Okay, and it's really important to understand that whether we like it or not, we will end up with some unsold ad impressions all the time. So the ideal backfill setup it will help you maximize fill rate and ad revenue. So while programmatic technologies and strategies change rapidly, one thing that remains constant for both publishers and advertisers is that every impression counts. So in general, a publisher tries to sell each ad impression at the best possible price. However, a portion of ad inventories remains unsold due to several reasons. And this could be like, it could be because of seasonality. It could be because of a mismatch between the target audience. It could be because of changing needs or changing profiles. So those are things you really need to pay attention to. So you want to have an audio advertising software tool that allows you to actually backfill an unsold ad inventory using AdSense, for example, using Google Ad Exchange, using the header bidding, for example. And the last thing I want you to really pay attention to when it comes to choosing audio advertising software is payments. So you want to have facilities and capabilities for taking online payments from advertisers. So here you have it. And one thing I want to say, I want to really quickly go back to revenue optimization. Revenue optimization has to be done not only programmatically, but also natively. I also want to say that you have to have the ability to maximize revenue, but also maximize revenue across all platforms. Because whether you are just like, if you are right now, let's say you're serving your ads on Spotify, for example, or Pandora, or through radio networks, you want to be able to track everything based on the platform, and you want to maximize everything based on the platform. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I'll just explain to you real quick how to choose audio advertising software. And I gave you 10 pointers that will help you a lot when it comes to your analysis. So number one, here's a recap for you. Number one, ad management. Number two, self-service. Number three, we have distribution. Number four, we have integrations. Number five, we have reporting. Number six, we have multiple users. Number seven, we have inventory display. Number eight, we have revenue optimization. Number nine, we have backfill ads. Number 10, we have payments. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.